Food security has been a threat to human livelihood for decades, and scientists all over the world are coming up with ways of supplementing food sources. As the post-election violence intensified in early 2008, Oliver Ndegwa and his wife Freda were stuck in Kitale, unable to leave their compound, not even to get food. This is when the idea of starting Agro Tunnel International sprouted.
I realized my brother had 2 acres of tomato, and he was feeding the animals with the tomato. And when I realized that, and the cost of tomatoes is very expensive in Nairobi, I realized there's a potential on these tomatoes being moved to Nairobi. Then we realized after 1 week, we could make 20,000 shillings per day, which we were not making previously.
Incidentally, Oliver's father was a scientist in his own right, and this was therefore a natural path for Oliver to follow.
Go visit the farmer's site. First of all, we establish one thing: the security of the area, the availability of the market for the produce, and the wind direction, because sometimes the wind is very, very tricky for farmers to invest, because you can put up a greenhouse and it can be blown.
There are a lot of misconceptions about greenhouses, and with many quacks invading the industry, Oliver has had his fair share of challenges and has had to get ahead of his competitors.
People don't understand greenhouse effect and greenhouse farming. So you find the consumer in the market, when you're going to supply the produce from the greenhouse, they always associate it with a lot of chemicals. While in a greenhouse, you're not using a lot of chemicals because the area is protected, and you're using only foliar fertilizer. You're not using pesticides and these kind of things. You only use them when there's need.
The business supports his family very well, and he has managed to customize not only the services. He charges between 50,000 to 900,000 shillings depending on the need of each project. The greenhouses have taken root and are here to stay, and Oliver is working with the times and is already making plans for the future of his company.
Have greenhouses all over the world, all over Africa, because we have seen there's a problem in Sudan, Somalia, Mozambique, Zambia, Congo. Those countries, they need a lot of food, and the price of a tomato there, it's crazy.
With such initiatives, people can be more self-reliant, and starvation and a drought may be a thing of the past, as we may be able to feed ourselves.
The age factor from 70 or from 60 to 80, sometimes they get so bored in their farms, in their homes. So I would like them to have very small greenhouse, 50,000, so that they can keep themselves busy, have healthy food, and live longer to 100.